picture this. It's a Wednesday morning at 10:17 a.m. Your neighbor is outside in cargo shorts, white New Balance sneakers, and a Free Bank t-shirt, meticulously edging his lawn like he's prepping it for a PGA tournament. He retired last month, 30 years at the same company. Cake in the break room. Gold watch. LinkedIn congratulations pouring in. Look at him and think, that's it. That's the dream. What you don't see is what happens after he rolls the hose back into the garage. Don't see him opening his laptop, staring at a retirement account balance that barely cracks $150,000. Don't see him realizing his Social Security check is about $1,400 a month. We definitely don't see the spreadsheet where he's trying to stretch that money across the next 25 years, while his wife needs hip replacement insurance only half covers. Hat's not retirement. Hat's a slow motion financial panic attack with really nice grass. America loves the idea of retirement. We picture freedom, travel, grandkids, and maybe a boat we use twice a year. And somewhere along the way, we decided that $1 million was the finish line. Like, once you cross it, confetti falls from the sky and a financial angel hands you a margarita. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2026, $1 million is not what it used to be if the cost of everything, from groceries to MRI scans, doubling every decade or so, $1 million buys you maybe 15 years of modest living. And that's if nothing goes wrong. No major health issues, no market disasters, no surprise expenses. Basically, you have to be lucky and careful. He numbered that actually lets you sleep at night. Whoa, $1 million, $2 million. The math finally works. Using the 4% rule, you can safely pull about $80,000 a year. Add Social Security, and suddenly you're living, not surviving. You're buying groceries without doing mental gymnastics. You're handling medical bills without panic. You are enjoying retirement instead of managing it like a crisis. Now, here's where this gets wild. Almost nobody gets there. And I don't mean most people fall a little short. I mean, it's so rare it makes left-handed redheads feel common. According to Federal Reserve data, analyzed by the Employee Benefit Research Institute, only about 1.8% of American households have $2 million or more in retirement accounts. Not net worth, not home equity, actual investable retirement money, 401ks, IRAs, tax-advantaged accounts. 1.8% if you lined up 100 American households. Maybe one or two hit that number. That's it. And remember, those are households, two people combined. Individually, the number is even smaller. There are more people who've climbed Mount Everest. There are literally more astronauts than Americans with $2 million in retirement accounts. So who are these people? They're not all CEOs. They're not all lottery winners. And they're definitely not financial geniuses. What they did differently was boring. And that's the point. They treated retirement savings like a utility bill, automatic, non-negotiable. Started early. Everyone else treated it like a New Year's resolution. Important in January. Forgotten by Valentine's Day. Here's where people get confused. They hear that only 1.8% have $2 million saved and say, yeah, but plenty of people are worth $2 million. When you count everything, that's true. About 7% of households have a net worth over $2 million. But net worth and retirement income are not the same thing. If your house is worth $900,000, congrats. You still need somewhere to live. You can't pay your electric bill with granite countertops. And unless you're excited about reverse mortgages, written by people who love compound interest, you're stuck. Let me tell you about Rick. Rick is 63. His house is worth about $1.2 million. Paid off. Nice neighborhood. 2 cars, tools, a workshop. On paper, Rick looks wealthy. Rick's retirement account, $85,000. That's it. Using the 4% rule, it gives Rick about $3,400 a year from investments. Add Social Security, and Rick is trying to live on roughly $30,000 annually. While his house costs over $12,000 a year just to maintain, Rick isn't rich. Rick is trapped. This is what house rich, cash poor actually looks like. Rick did everything right. He worked hard, bought a home, paid it off. And now retirement feels nothing like the brochure. Rick is not in the 8%. Rick is in the 98.2%. Doing math in his head before buying coffee. And Rick is not rare. The median retirement account balance in America is about $87,000. Read that again. That's the middle. Half of households have less than that saved. If you retire at 65 and live to 85, that's about $4,350 per year. Roughly $362 a month. You can't rent a storage unit for that in some cities, even among households already at retirement age. 65 to 74. The median retirement savings is around $200,000. Better, sure, but that still only produces about $8,000 a year in income. Add Social Security, and you're living on roughly $32,000 annually. That's not travel, the world money. That's hope. Nothing breaks money. I know a guy, let's call him Jerry. Jerry retired in 2020 after 35 years as a middle manager. He thought he was fine because he had a pension. That pension got frozen after the financial crisis. It pays $1,100 a month. Jerry has about $160,000 in his 401k. 6 months into retirement, Jerry realized the math didn't work. Today, Jerry is 71 years old and working part-time at Home Depot. Not for fun, not for exercise, because Jerry thought the race was about reaching 65. He didn't realize the race was about building assets that could keep running after he stopped. That's the difference. The 1.8% figured out that retirement isn't about age, it's about cash flow. And here's the part that surprises people. The math to reach $2 million is not impossible. If you start early, invest consistently, and earn a real return, the numbers are shockingly reasonable. Start at 25, about $835 a month. Start at 30, about $1,170 a month. Wait until 40. Now you need $2,500 a month. Wait until 50. You're looking at nearly $5,000 a month. Time is everything. Here's the real secret. The 1.8% understand. The first $500,000 is brutal, slow, discouraging, feels pointless. But once you hit it, compounding takes over. Historically, the stock market doubles about every 7 to 8 years. That means $500,000 becomes $1 million, then $2 million without adding another dollar. Most people quit before they reach that inflection point. They never let compounding do its job. And then there's the final trap, panic. Market crashes scare people out of the system. They sell low, sit in cash, miss the recovery, permanently damage their future. The 1.8% don't panic. They sit on their hands. They understand volatility is the price of admission. So what do you actually do? 3 things. First, automate your savings before you see the money. Max your 401k if you can. If not, hit the match and increase contributions with every raise. Second, invest boring, low-cost index funds. No stock picking, no timing. Boring wins. Third, keep your lifestyle flat as income rises. Raises build your future, not your car payment. Here's the truth nobody likes to say out loud. The system is strained. Social Security and Medicare are under pressure. The safety net is fraying, but it doesn't have to fail you. The path is clear. Start early. Stay consistent. Don't panic. And don't let lifestyle inflation steal your future. The race is already happening. Most people are still in the parking lot, asking when it starts. The 1.8% are already at mile 20, and their money is doing the running. The only real question is which group you're going to join.